Nautical Bowls, kind of everything about their mission really aligns with what we were looking for. And so when we started talking to franchises and coming up with different ideas of what we do, it really checked all the boxes. We're excited to raise the kids in the store. Anybody that comes through will probably see them there. We're looking forward to getting going. We're working on it every day.
Yeah, and one other really cool thing that some people might not know is Nautical Bowls was founded in Minnesota. It is in Minnetonka was their first store. So we also love that aspect of they really did build it around this kind of lake lifestyle. It is kind of exploding though. So you're going to see them in Florida, in Georgia. There's one in North Dakota. I mean, they're just going to be popping up everywhere. But we really loved that the people who founded it, and we're actually, I think, semi-related to them on some level,
Sure.
Are from Minnesota, and I think that's just really cool that we're helping build that, with them. So.
This is the Buffalo Community Podcast, all about the greatest small town in the USA, the people in it, and how it all works together. Here are your hosts, Tyler Reese and Mark Benzer.
Hey everybody, it is the Buffalo Community Podcast, and this is episode 116, and we've got a very exciting episode, not that the other 115 weren't, but probably name 3 or 4 that weren't, but we've got Nautical Bowls with us, grand opening soon, but we've got Devane, Alex, and Kailee with us to tell us a little bit more about it, something really exciting coming to Buffalo, something different than what we're used to. So, yeah. I don't know, who wants to start?
Yeah, you want to talk about why Nautical Bowls, why Buffalo?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Nautical Bowls is really focused on kind of a healthy and active lifestyle, which is something that we always wanted to kind of bring to Buffalo. It's something that Devane and I are very involved in. We kind of have our life based around that. And so, that kind of goes to what you eat as well, right? And so around Buffalo, there's, options, but maybe limited on that front. So that was a big part for us is, to some extent kind of selfishly, it was something that we wanted as well as something for a lunch or a snack or something like that was nearby. So that's a big piece. It can be a snack, it could be lunch, it could be dinner. So really excited about it.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Just that quick snack. It looks amazing. I saw the photos of it. Dang. I'd eat that on principle alone because it looks great, regardless of the health. I'm sure it's amazing. Yeah. But you guys there's always connections to Buffalo here let's talk a little bit about that. Kailee, let's start with you and then we'll bring it all the way around.
Yeah, so Alex and I were siblings and we grew up in Buffalo. And like Alex said, we've just been very active people in the community, whether it's in sports or fitness centers. We grew up on the lake, so we're just active. We're always moving, and food is a huge part of that. It gives you that energy. It keeps you grooving. So, and we just, Alex and Devane moved back here from Georgia last Thanksgiving, and we talked about, I had a big interest in bringing in something healthy into Buffalo, and once they moved back, they're like, let's do it. We're doing it now. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, we're going. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a fun ride. We're really excited. We're really excited for Nautical Bowls. It kind of empowers everything that we believe in. Just really motivating people, getting people healthy. And then hopefully this is just a start of bringing in more healthy restaurants, more healthy food options to the Buffalo community.
Yeah, I don't have a connection to Buffalo besides these two, I guess.
They count.
Yeah, they do. No,
they count. Yeah.
So I'm actually from Atlanta, so I'm a Southern gal, I guess you would say, and Alex decided to bring me back at the beginning of winter in November, so I got inducted, very quickly last
we're
winter.
Still here, so.
Yeah, I made it through. I survived my first winter. No, I love it. I think Buffalo's a really unique community. I mean, we just did Buffalo Days this past weekend, and just the turnout there, and I think it's just a fantastic community, and we've got 2 small kids, so we're really looking forward to bringing them up here in Buffalo. But Yeah, I've got nothing but great things to say so far. Maybe a tad bit of a shorter winter, but I think it was so worth it. When spring came and summer came, I was like, okay, I get it. It's just such a beautiful place to be. So
Springs aren't usually this long. to me.
Okay.
So
Good to know.
you were not blessed this spring with a spring. So.
Sometimes they're longer.
We can talk about your connection, I guess. I mean, Kailee kind of said it, but
we were down in Georgia, realized we needed help with the little kids. So coming back, it was something. Owning a business was something that was kind of on our list as a goal. And this just really made a lot of sense to, like what Kailee said, is Nautical Bowls, kind of everything about their mission really aligns with what we were looking for. And so when we started talking to franchises and coming up with different ideas of what we do, it really checked all the boxes. We're excited to raise the kids in the store. Anybody that comes through will probably see them there. We're looking forward to getting going. We're working on it every day.
yeah, and one other really cool thing that some people might not know is Nautical Bowls was founded in Minnesota. It is in Minnetonka was their first store. So we also love that aspect of they really did build it around this kind of lake lifestyle. It is kind of exploding though. So you're going to see them in Florida, in Georgia. There's one in North Dakota. I mean, they're just going to be popping up everywhere. But we really loved that the people who founded it, and we're actually, I think, semi-related to them on some level,
Sure.
are from Minnesota, and I think that's just really cool that we're helping build that, with them.
So it's a franchise.
It is a
and
franchise.
That's what
yeah,
it is. Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. I'm gonna jab Mark here just a little bit because you didn't even mention like the world's greatest class of 2005. We've got.
I thought it was just a known thing around town.
We don't have to tell people.
Yeah.
Well, he drops class of '99 all the time. So anyway, finally, good to have a classmate in here. So.
It took you long enough.
But so Nautical Bowls, that's the franchise. They're exploding. I looked at the website and there's like 88 like nationwide, so it's definitely on the front end of it. Grand opening to be determined at this time, but kind of once you hit the ground running, it's a fairly short turnaround time.
Yeah, it is. It is. We're doing everything that we can to get open this summer. So working really hard to get there. We're just going through the process and we're learning, every step of the way. So find a location. Real estate's kind of hard to come by right now. So I think we've narrowed that down. We're looking in kind of the general area around Dairy Queen. And,
Sure.
We need to finalize a few pieces there, get into the build out, which is fairly quick. It's the concept is fairly simple. So I think once you start seeing signs go up and actual location, it won't be long. So.
Sure.
Kailee, I don't want to just assume everybody knows, like, okay, so health food, right? So, steamed broccoli, steamed cauliflower, carrots.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the whole deal.
A little sprinkle
Nice.
of some Himalayan pink salt on there, just a little bit.
Not too much.
No, what are we going to find there?
Yeah, so it's all organic, gluten-free, dairy-free, plant-based. And what it is I think people can, they relate it to like a frozen smoothie bowl or a frozen yogurt bowl or a sorbet. But it's frozen and blended berries and fruit. And that's what makes the bases. So they do like blood orange and different fruits and vegetables. Acai is a berry, kind of like a blueberry.
I wasn't too far off of that one.
It's a word that nobody knows how to pronounce. But we think it's
I thought it was
acai.
a hard C.
I'm an Akai guy, but
That's fair.
you can say it how
I
you
know what
want.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. And then from there, there's toppings that are added on to it. Granola, more fruit. It's chia seeds, honey. It's really delicious.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, why Nautical? Like, who had Nautical Bowls first? Like, yep, this is good. We should open one. Or did that happen?
Yeah.
So, as long as Devane and I have been together, she's made smoothie bowls at home. So for us, it was kind of a familiar thing, which was a big pull for us. Like when we saw that, this is a franchise opportunity. Like, we have these every Saturday.
Yep.
You know, it wasn't anything new, which is pretty awesome. It's in kind of like the wrestling, MMA, jiu-jitsu world, acai is really big. The smoothie bowl, well, actually the fruit itself was kind of made popular through that sport, which I'm a part of. So, you know, any tournament that I've been to, I've seen them around. So we love them, and we always have. And so when we found that Nautical Bowls was around, they were franchising, they're growing like crazy, it just seemed like a really great opportunity for us. But at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of superfruit. It's packed nutrients, vitamins. It's, you know, can't really go wrong. Yeah.
Fantastic.
The superfoods, I mean, like you hear that kind of that triggering of like a lot of it's marketing of like people just not knowing that there's more to a fruit than just it tastes good. I mean, you maybe talk a little bit about those benefits of, you know, yeah, you want something that tastes good and it's easy to sell and it's mass marketable to sell to people who don't care about the health benefits. They just want it to taste good. But for those people that get really down into it, is there that extra element? I mean, is there any education part of the process of like coming in, learning a little bit more about it, or is it like, just come in and taste something really good?
I'd say come in and try it. I mean, you can kind of make it your own. There's a lot of variety. There's, of course, kind of, you know, the pre-made options, or I shouldn't say pre-made, but we have
the
kind
menu
of,
item.
Yeah, exactly, the different menu. But you can also create your own, and there's a lot of variety that you can find there. I mean, we're not adding anything to it. I think there's plenty of different snacks you can get that when you look at the back of a label, it's packed with sugar and a bunch of other stuff. This is really just what it is. There's no added sugar to it. But again, like Kailee said, anybody with dietary restrictions or sensitivities to that, dairy-free, gluten-free, it kind of checks all those boxes too. So it's kind of win-win. Anybody can come in and try it out for the most part. So.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think it's nice that you can have it and you can feel good afterwards, right? Like I think some treats, you know, you feel like you need a nap after you eat it.
It's the best.
Yeah, right. I mean, and it can be. Yeah, I think it's all about balance, right? But yeah, I think you'll go in, you'll have it, and you'll feel good. And I mean, it can be post-workout, it can be pre-workout, or just whatever you want to do with your day. But I really love that I can have it and I can feel good about what I've just eaten.
Cool.
Yeah.
If we kind of jump off the Nautical Bowl train here, we've gotten a little bit of your personal backstory. You're from Georgia. You're from Buffalo. How did you guys meet, and how does that first conversation go in terms of like, hey, let's
Gas station in Tennessee.
let's move to Buffalo?
She made me a smoothie bowl, and that was
Kind of.
Yeah, in Georgia we worked together, trained at a gym together, and kind of met through that whole thing. Yeah, we were both at a software company. I still sell investment software, and in kind of my regular normal job. But yeah, we were down in Georgia. We had a family nearby that moved, and we kind of looked at each other with a 1 and a 2-year-old and said, we need help. And Buffalo was something that we had always kind of talked about anyways. You know, it's a great place to raise kids, I think, and have a family. The town continues to grow, and I think there's a lot of opportunity in a lot of different ways there. So it's a place, of course, that's close to Kailee and my heart, but you know, something where it felt pretty cool to be in this position where we're bringing something back to the community. You know, I left for a little while, but to be able to come back and do something like this where we think we're adding some value to the town is pretty exciting.
Kailee, and go ahead. Don't be bashful about what you do for work.
Okay.
That's no big deal.
Yeah, and
So-
really that's another huge reason why we're bringing in Nautical Bowls is, again, everything checks off the boxes, and one of that is that all three of us have full-time careers. So to be able to bring this to the community, but also have careers in addition to that is just, again, checks off the box with this franchise. But yeah, I am COO at Insurance Center Buffalo. Majority of my life. Yeah, I help my dad run the agency and then do all the benefit sales there. My husband and I have 2 children, 6-year-old and 4-year-old, and we live out on Buffalo Lake, and He's extremely supportive, super helpful with all of this. He's so excited for everything that I'm doing. He just does not, he's not the same, like, I'm going to start a business today. Where I'm like, let's start 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
What's been the biggest surprise of like diving into the franchise world of like, that was buried in the fine print of that brochure of, the glamour of starting a business?
Yeah, I think it's just that, once you get going, the nice thing about a franchise is that the model's there, right? And so you get a lot of help, you get a lot of support, but it's still all on you to make it happen. For all of us, we haven't started a business from the ground up before. So there's 1,000 steps to this process. I'm finding more every single day, but there's how do you pay for it? Where do you open? And then into the details of, all right, so you start building out, but all the systems and the processes and
where do I find a good insurance agent?
Where do I go for that? I can tell you there's 2 places that I don't know how to go to, but yeah, it's just there's just a lot of moving parts. But that's been the exciting part about it is we're learning a lot. There's a lot to do, but what I can say is that we're extremely busy trying to get this thing going as quick as we can. So,
I think one of the coolest things that's been part of it is after we all posted about it and made it go public, the amount of people that have reached out that already want to work there. We're like, what? That's not
like
what
a
everyone.
problem worldwide of finding workers, and
Yep.
they're just lining up for
We have a list of people that will reach back out to us as soon
just
as
the
we're
community
open
support in general,
Yeah.
I think has been
Yeah.
overwhelming. We had a lot of people respond to some of the social media posts and just day-to-day interactions. People that I haven't talked to in years that I'm running into now that I'm back in town that have seen it and excited about it. So
They want to partner
it keeps us
up.
going.
Right.
Yeah. It's great.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Devin, what's the weirdest thing about Minnesota or people from Minnesota?
Do we have an accent?
Hammock.
Hammock?
Hammock. The
Oh,
O's. The O's. People, how you pronounce
That's the
your,
weirdest thing is you
opinion,
don't even
your-
understand that.
Right,
Like-
no, yeah, you can.
All right.
Or
Well,
caramel
that's a bad
caramel.
answer.
There's
Roof? Roof is a common one.
rough
Deal.
Roof?
deal. Well, that's probably just me, but yeah, there's some phrases that I've said that people have looked at me like,
Boat?
you're speaking a different language.
Yeah.
Boat. Well, it's probably pretty similar.
Similar.
You say you betcha.
I can actually
say
pick up a little
y'all,
bit of
Yeah.
an accent from you from being up here.
Yeah, I've been away too long.
Just a little
I'm
bit.
blended.
Yeah.
It comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good. Well,
So maybe the language, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
but gosh darn it, we're just so nice.
Right,
We
you are so nice.
suck at driving, but we're just
Yes.
so nice.
Yeah. I
So,
love it.
well, if thank you for coming in. We're
Yeah.
we're way looking forward to it. We'll have you on as soon as it opens, and we will taste test it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That'd be great.
That-
For sure.
That's that strong arm of like,
Yep.
bring us food.
Yes.
But
absolutely do that.
we're
100%.
really looking forward to it. Something different, something exciting, and it
Yep.
looks delicious. So thank you for bringing that to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Alex, Devin, and Kailee, thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
For the Buffalo Community Podcast, I'm Tyler Reese.
I'm Mark Benzer.
Bye. Oh, I'm Devin.
Yep.
And Kailee.
Now say bye.
Oh, bye.
There you go.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Buffalo Community Podcast, produced by Edlin Media. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube, as well as anywhere you listen to podcasts.